an absolute battle there. Give us an idea, I guess, physically, man, how you're feeling at this point.
To be honest with you, of course I would love to say nice thing about myself, but deep inside I thought I'm gonna finish him in the first or second round. But fight went 3 rounds, and I almost gave up in the third round, to be honest with you. So he landed a couple of good shots, and I guess because I promised my son to get victory tonight, I kept fighting in the third round, but it was hard.
That's incredible. So, I mean, there was a point that you really had to kind of mentally check yourself in that third round? You were clearly hurt. I mean, obviously, he tagged you a couple times. You remember having that thought process?
Yeah, and I was kind of scared when he almost finished his takedown. But fuck, since God, I escaped, and I did what I did, so of course I'm happy. And I mentioned before in the interview that the biggest compliment from me tonight, it's from my manager. He told me he saw the best Arlovski in the last 3 years. So it's very fucking kind of him, and of course I love it.
Yeah, I know you don't care what people say about you. You believe in yourself, but was it important for you tonight to get that win and break that losing streak?
You know what? When I left Octagon, I started crying because my son told me that I hope you're gonna get victory tonight. You know, this shit fucking motivated me, hurt me at the same time. So that's why I kept fighting. You know. And sorry, that's why, you know, we got victory.
You told us before the fight, you said, I got years left, man. I got 4 or 5 years. And when you go through something like what you just went through, do you still feel like, yeah, I want to keep doing this for 4 or 5 years?
First of all, Ben, he's a fucking heavy hitter, you know, and once again, I want to tell everyone, shut your fucking mouth about my fucking last chin, you know, so go fuck yourself, faggot. And that's it. I just, like, proved everyone you're fucking wrong.
Do you feel like this proved the world or something to yourself? I mean, this is like a character building type?
I'm happy that I shut their mouths again. So, that's it.
What will you say to your son when you see him?
Well, I can't wait to be home tomorrow, and also my team, my friends who came to support me, my family, of course, they're very excited and very happy for me.
Yeah. Last thing for me, I mean, I know you want to enjoy this moment, but what do you want to do? Do you want to fight again, or after this, do you need a little vacation?
Dana, please give me a fight as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I need 1 more week to check my injuries. Hopefully nothing serious, and ready to go. No, I love fighting. It's my life, and I love UFC. And Dana saw UFC, so everybody saw that I left myself 100% tonight in Octagon. So I hope fans love it. This fight, and I'm ready to go. Like Reebok, let's do it.
I think unofficially you threw more strikes in this fight than you have in any other fight in your career, according to Fight Metric.
I like it, because when I fought the Steven Struve, it was the most takedowns in one fight, so more strikes. Thank you, but my boxing coaches, Paulina Hernandez and Alex Zhuk, they're not happy about my striking, so I guess I have a lot of work to do, you know, I have to prove them and everyone that I can box, you know, I can strike.
And I had asked you before the fight, you know, how you thought this one was going to go and compared to the last time you fought him. How much different was this fight for you? Was there anything that he did that surprised you? I mean, obviously it was a war.
On my side, I'm still handsome and still like JQ, even I did 11 years later. But in the first fight, I finished Ben in the third round, beginning of the third round. I mentioned before, I thought I'm going to finish him in the first and second round. Even I had crazy idea to beat Masvidal's record, you know, but, you know, fight went for 3 rounds. It was war. He landed a few good shots, you know, he almost finished takedowns and it was okay.
And last one for me, you said you want to get back in there as soon as you can. Is there anybody particularly on your radar, or any card?
Listen, I consider myself like a real man. I want to fight everyone who whooped my ass in the past. So, of course I want to fight who's in front of me. But it's totally up to UFC, up to Dana White, up to matchmakers, and I pick my opponents. So I'm ready to go.
At the very end of the fight, you collapsed onto the canvas. Was that just exhaustion, or was it a combination of emotions?
Yeah, no, it's both. You know, it's just like I got a hit from nowhere. You know, I just first, of course, I was so exhausted. Gentleman mentioned that I throw a lot of strikes, you know. So I guess I was tight, you know. Yeah.
I was just curious if like the things you were talking about were already coming to your head, like thinking about your son and all that stuff.
Finally, thanks God, you know, 15 minutes done.
Андрей, на русском можно пару вопросов? Во-первых, третий раунд, насколько психологически трудно тебе?
Тяжело было третий раунд. Я уже говорил, что я уже не мог дождаться, когда прозвонит гонка, и пытался его вязать и держать около сетки.
Когда оглашали решение судей, насколько ты был уверен?
Ну, я был уверен. И судья, глядя на его лицо, и тренера со стороны смотрели, сказали, что первые 2 раунда я точно выиграл.
Сравнивая со стратегией, с которой ты выходил на этот бой,
Не доработал, не выполнил на 100%.
даже несмотря на то количество ударов, которые
Но я же говорю, что тренера по боксу, по кикбоксингу недовольны моими комбинациями, ударами руками.
но менеджер доволен.
Менеджер, я уже сказал, за последние 3 года это лучший Арlovski, которого он видел.
И до этого боя тебя не было в рейтингах в топ-15 UFC.
Сейчас появился.
Сейчас в понедельник, я думаю, что появится.
Really, I'm gonna be top 15 on Monday.
Maybe.
Возможно, есть кто-то, с кем бы ты хотел увидеться, тебя интересует
Я
реванши или новый бой?
я считаю себя настоящим мужиком, а мужик, если он получил звездюлей в прошлом, он, наверное, хочет встретиться с теми, кто его побил. Я, да, ну, это up to you, ну, это все на усмотрение UFC, Дэйна Уайта, кого дадут, с тем вот раз.
Спасибо.
Coach Mike Brown was called you super athlete. He was really excited to see what you were going to do tonight. What did he say to you?
Mike was happy. Mike always happy. You know, he always say some nice things to me. He's not like my kickboxing coach, Paulina Hernandez. You know, he doesn't really speak English, but in one workout he called me probably 30-40 times "you fucking pussy." You know, but he got balls to call me like that, but. Yeah, Mike's happy, Steve happy. I think Steve Smoker happy because Mike, the most important thing that I stopped his takedown, so he shot. So, yeah.
20 years of being the baddest man on the
19.
planet.
In
19.
UFC.
19.
Next year, September, it's going to be 20 years
20 overall, though, right?
in the UFC.
Started at 20. So, how do you feel? I mean, where do you go from here? I know somebody already asked you that, but you have a name in your mind, and I know you just want to fight
I wanna fight.
anytime, anyone, everyone.
I mentioned before, and I'm going to repeat one more time, I'm happy and a lucky person that, first of all, my wife let me do what I love to do, because obviously a lot of time away from my home, from kids, from family. But she supports me 100%, my kids support me, have great coaches, great team. And I still have the most important thing, I still have fire in my eyes, you know, so even I'm 40, not many fighters
You're prime.
like 40. Josh Foreman, 46. He was world champion, 46,
Yeah.
when he beat Michael Moore. Good example.
No
It's
doubt.
heavyweight division just in the beginning of my road.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Andrei.